everyone, as I already promised, I've come up with a very different presentation this time. So I've got a small hint of surprise element in this video. So do watch this video until the end to know the surprise, and please mention in the comments whether you like this kind of presentation for motivating for me to make such contents in future. And I can promise this content is going to be really interesting. Do you think what you see is real? Think again. Now, quick, count the number of times that the letter F appears here. Your countdown timer starts now. Now let's see what you've got. Most people say 3, but the right answer is there are 6 F's. Wondering how? We often don't correctly process the word off, that's OF, in the passage. Now, one more chance. Look at the picture. What do you see? 3 or 4 blocks? Confused? So now welcome to the magical world of selective perception. Increase your awareness of the ways that it shapes our reality and decisions. It's like we all have these unique, sometimes quirky filters, just like Instagram filters, that decides what we see and what we conveniently miss out on. Our brain filters and shapes our version of the world. It can make your reality look rosy, gloomy, or just plain weird. But now, why does our brain play these tricks on us? It's a subtle manner in which our brains determine what deserves our attention and what doesn't. Now, reality is highly subjective. Here's a mind bender. What if there is no single reality? Each of us have our own version shaped up by selective perception. It's like we are all watching the same movie but noticing different scenes. So the next time someone sees things differently, remember, it's just their version of reality. Welcome to the behind the scenes of the brain, where selective perception is not only a magic but a blend of psychology and neurology with a bolt of enigma. Let's take a deep dive into the science behind this magical concept of selective perception. The brain's filtering system. Selective perception aids in filtering the vast amount of information present in the environment, allowing individuals to focus on what they consider relevant or important at a given time. Our brain functions like a busy train station, processing numerous signals constantly. However, not every signal receives clearance. The brain's reticular activating system, that's RAS, acts as a gatekeeper determining which sensory stimuli are prioritized and which are ignored. So that biryani smell, that's my RAS, probably thought it was worth noticing. Now this filter operates on 2 levels. When hearing a message, we use our past experiences, beliefs, and worldview to filter the information. We choose to hear the messages that are most resonant or important to us and filter out those which are not. Attention. Where attention goes, energy flows. Whether it's a buzzing phone or a captivating movie scene, what we pay attention to gets amplified in our perception. Ever been so engrossed in a book that you did not hear someone calling you? Our brain loves shortcuts. Ever wondered why stereotypes even exist? Or why do you sometimes jump to conclusions as quick as lightning? It's because our brain adores shortcuts. Instead of processing every bit of information, it uses past experiences to make quick judgments. Helpful, for sure. Accurate? Not always. It is interesting to look into the factors that influences our selective perception. Past experiences. Previous experiences, both positive and negative, shape our perception and influence what we choose to pay attention to. Do you remember your childhood exactly as it happened? Think again. Our memories aren't perfect recordings. They actively shape our perceptions. Don't you think we add some masalas to it? The brain often cross-references current stimuli with past experiences. That's why certain smells or sounds can instantly transport us back in time. Remember the scent of grandma's cookie? It's just not a nostalgia, it's a neuroscience. Beliefs and values. Personal beliefs, values, and our attitudes play a significant role in filtering information and deciding what is important or relevant. For example, when a woman newly joins a company, but she already has a belief that all men are bad, would misinterpret the act of a guy initiating a conversation at workplace as flirting, whereas she may be disregarding the same behavior of the guy initiating a conversation with other male recruits too. Emotional state. Our emotional state at a particular moment can affect our perception, as we may be more inclined to notice information that aligns with our current emotional state. A happy day makes everything brighter, while a gloomy mood casts shadows everywhere. Ever been so mad that everything seems annoying to you, or so loved that the whole world looks like a colorful movie? Our emotions act as a powerful filters coloring our perceptions. That rainy day can either be a gloomy mess or a cozy hot chocolate kind of day, depending on our mood. Needs and desires. We are more likely to perceive information that fulfills our needs and desires as we actively seek out information that supports our goals. Let's take person A and B, and both of them focus on different aspects of smartphones based on their needs and desires. When they visit a mobile store, person A prioritizes features that enhance work productivity, while person B prioritizes features related to photography and social media. These shape their perceptions during decision-making process. Person A and B may end up selecting different smartphones based on what they perceive as most important. It shows that what we prioritize and value influences how we perceive and evaluate options, leading to different choices even when presented with the same information. Social and cultural influences. Social and cultural factors such as upbringing, education, and societal norms also shape an individual's perception by providing a framework through which we interpret information. In a relationship, for example, when a wife asks her husband to help her change diaper of the child, a man from a conservative upbringing would see it as an act of disrespect, whereas it was intended as a request to help her. What does selective perception lead to? Why is that we need to know about selective perception? Selective perception can have a significant impact on how people interact with each other and the world around them. It can lead to distorted interpretations of reality and can lead to misunderstandings, miscommunication, and conflicts. It can also lead to a lack of trust and a feeling of being misunderstood or judged. Example, a person may selectively perceive a situation in which they are being criticized as an attack on their character rather than constructive feedback. Selective perception can contribute to the formation and perpetuation of stereotypes and prejudices, as individuals may selectively attend to information that supports their preconceived notions about certain groups. People tend to seek out information that confirms their existing beliefs and ignore or dismiss information that contradicts them. This can lead to a reinforcement of biases and hinder cognitive flexibility. For example, People tend to share and like content that reflects their views and opinions in social media and social interactions. This bias happens because people want to be associated with those who share the same beliefs and ideas. Now, how do we overcome selective perception? While selective perception is a natural cognitive process, it is important to be aware of its potential biases. Here are some strategies to overcome selective perception. Open-mindedness. Being open to different perspectives and actively seeking out diverse information can help broaden one's perception and reduce the influence of selective perception. Critical thinking. Engaging in critical thinking and questioning assumptions can help mitigate the impact of selective perception by encouraging a more objective evaluation of information. Empathy. Developing empathy towards others and taking their perspectives into consideration can counteract the tendency to selectively perceive information. And lastly, exposure to diversity. Actively exposing oneself to a variety of people, cultures, and viewpoints can challenge pre-existing biases and expand one's perception.
Selective perception can either be the wind beneath our wings or the anchor holding us back. The trick? Recognizing its influence and then choosing which perceptions to feed and which to starve. But here's the thing. Awareness is power. Once you know the game, you can play it better. While we can't turn it off completely, being aware of it is half the battle. With mindfulness and conscious effort, we can certainly influence it.
Like the protagonist Neo in the Matrix movie, who has an ability to break free from the Matrix and having a choice to see reality as it truly is. We also can understand the power of perception in shaping our understanding of the world and build our ability to make informed choices.
I have deliberately used artificial intelligence as a small part of this video. So let me know in the comments, how do you like this and how do you like this kind of presentation in future? So now, be ready to take the driver's seat in your life's journey. So the next time you find yourself seeing the world through those tinted glasses, take a moment, ask yourself, is this reality? Or is it just my brain playing DJ with my perceptions? Have a nice day.